let's dive into the action with this LEGO Barc Speeder Escape Set 75378. I'm probably making that sound way more exciting than this set actually is, and a lot of people weren't super excited for the set. I was not one of those people. I was, but that main draw was the Keller and Beck. Now, some in the community called this the lamp battle pack, because we do get the first ever LEGO Star Wars lamp, but more on that later, so you'll want to watch all the way to the end. But if you are buying for the lamp and want to build an army of lamps, it will cost you $30 per lamp. Is that a good value? I don't know. But all jokes aside, this set does have the first ever LEGO Star Wars lamp that is now devaluing lamps that are in LEGO City, which are just 3 pieces, versus this nice build. Now this lamp does show up in the scene that it's from, so it does make sense, but was it worth the addition? That's kind of the big question we have to answer right here. If you do like that this has a lamp, go ahead and drop that like. We do have the same Grogu we've been getting for 4 or 5 years since The Mandalorian came out. He has been in 9 sets and has not changed. The same little body, a little bit of print on his baby body torso, and the same head with the really big eyes, looking exactly like a Grogu. If you're a fan of Season 3, you may have really liked the Order 66 flashback scene, which is exactly what this set is from, and it does come with the Jedi that did save Grogu, which is here Keller and Beck. A fun fact, he's also actually played by the same actor who played Jar Jar Binks from the prequels. So I'm really glad that actor is, got his redemption arc by being a more fan favorite character and getting less hate than Jar Jar did. And I'm really glad that LEGO decided to make him. I think he was a well-deserved minifigure to be made. And if this set didn't happen, I think another gunship would have been in a good place, or going and making a nice Master Builder scale Jedi Temple and throwing him in as one of the Jedi. But that's a whole different video. We'll start with his face here, and I think his face looks really good. I think it does capture a lot, his expression that captures the actor's face pretty well. Could it have been slightly better? Yes, but I think that they did a really good job here. He does have the 2 lightsabers, both blue and green being his primary, and the blue actually being the one he picked up in the scene. So out of the way so you can kind of see his torso just a little bit better. His torso is excellent, looking much like the Mace Windu robes, but he has that extra gold print along the collar of his robes there, and LEGO really did print that, and it looks really excellent. It looks even better in person. I do like that his robes have a continuous print. I like that LEGO started to do this with their Jedi. Continuous prints like they did with Obi-Wan Kenobi from Episode 2 in 2022. They kind of continued this trend. I think he looks really good. He does, I'll show you his backside. He does have that, this is a soft cape and not, but I like the soft capes. I think that they're soft, so they're fun to just have, and they're really flexible, and they don't get bent into a permanent shape or anything like that. They're very flexible. With his cape up, you can see more of his back print, and you might notice on the top of the back of his torso he does have a little bit more gold back there as well. One thing, the last time I kind of Keller in the lines, unlike LEGO and these 501st Troopers, these aren't anything new, and they can be recreated for about $40. Actually, not even, you can create one in a $20 set, but that's if you combined 75345 and 75359, both the Ahsoka's or 332nd Battle Pack and the Specialist 501st, you can make these guys. So if you're buying this set just for those 501st Troopers, I don't know that it's worth it. But if you're buying it for the rest of it, I think. But more on the final thoughts there. These Troopers aren't anything new. They do have the helmet holes, and if you share the opinions of many popular YouTubers, you don't really like them and may even call them helmet warts. Now, I don't agree that they are good. I don't think that they're the worst thing ever either. I like that they are adding accessory ability. Unfortunately, in this set, we aren't getting accessories, and maybe these should have been the older 2020 helmets instead. The helmet prints aren't bad. They aren't great either. Something about those helmet holes really makes them LEGO print pretty badly, and not getting them super well, which is why I said coloring the lines. But those are kind of the minifigures. Like I can show you the backside. Like you've seen these guys before. It's the same body print as 2020, so you've seen or bought multiple copies of the set. You know what these guys look like. The helmet is the only thing new, and really it's nothing new. It came from this helmet was in the 75345 battle pack. Could make this guy from that battle pack easily. Well, I have this kind of zoomed in here. We are going to start at the Grogu's pram. Before we place Grogu, you'll see that it has a little 2x2 stud tile on the inside to place Grogu. I think it looks really good. I don't like that the whole front section wants to come apart. A little plate or ingot might have worked there really well, but overall not too bad. There it is with Grogu, and when it has the little stud, it does tend, because it has a little clear dish to look like it's hovering, it does tend to flop forward a little bit. It's a little bit top heavy, and there's not much that you can do to fix that or rebalance it. It just is how it is. But it does look really good, and I think the sleek design is an improvement over the UCS Razor Crest. Being a lot less blocky and smaller works really well for this set. It does fit with the Barc Speeder, which we'll be showing you off a little bit later, but it will go right there. But before we kind of get in the main event, because that Barc Speeder is the main event, we have to discuss this lamppost. Being the first ever LEGO Star Wars, and even the only official part of the Jedi Temple. I'm not counting the Toy Fair exclusive as part of the Jedi Temple, even though it is. It's just not. It's not in mass quantity that you can get, but you can get a bunch of lampposts from the Jedi and build your own Jedi Temple, I guess. But I mean, all jokes aside, I think this lamp does look really good. It's a really nice looking lamp, but I don't think it really adds any real value to the set. This lamp build is really just a way for LEGO to justify the price. And if they're justifying the price, is it worth $30? You'll have to find out at the end. Basically the only reason I talk so much about this lamp is because of all the jokes that have grown around across the community, and I'm here for all of them, honestly. But we're going to kind of get on to the main build. This is a long Barc Speeder. It's not any longer than what LEGO has already been doing with their oversized Barc Speeders. And I think they could make it smaller. It would still look good. They had all this detail on the back, and I think even if they made it, 2 studs smaller, shorter, it would still look pretty proportionate. It's definitely big, thick, and bulky in the front here, with the added stud shooters even make it even worse. I'm not one that hates on stud shooters very often, but this is one of those sets where I just don't think it looks super good with the stud shooters. Without, I'm still not even sure, because it does look pretty bulky. Now, some people have had a problem with these skis falling off and being fragile. I'm not having that issue. I've played with this a little bit. I've twisted them. I haven't had to put them back on yet, so I don't have that issue personally. Even back here, they can twist and rotate, but as long as I'm slightly careful with it, they're not going to be falling off. But they are a little bit more fragile than previous skis on Barc Speeders. We'll point out the one thing about the Barc Speeder that I kind of don't like is these pieces here, and there's one on the inside as well. And they have absolutely no purpose. There's no clips for lightsabers. There's no reason that it was there. There's no added detail or greeveling, anything like that. Just a white stud bracket. It just didn't need to be there. Now there's a few stickers like the front here and 3 back here. This is a sticker here. The white sort of matches pretty closely, and then stickers here and there. Really, really nice. Overall, this is a nice looking Barc Speeder, even if it is a little oversized. Let's show you what it looks like with minifigures. One thing before I get into that, there is the style that LEGO's been using for the last 2 years, which is a stud and tile piece, and then they did this little backwards, which is really nice. I think it adds a little bit to it. The studs so that your minifigure doesn't get stuck or crack its legs from being displayed, and so it's easy to come off. And it allows for the cape to pass through really nicely there, and then you can could have them hold the handle or not. I'm not going to have them hold the handle right now. And then for the pram, you do have to take off this piece here and seat it in like that. Then you just tip that front piece forward and they're escaping from the 501st. I feel like that there should have been something for the 501st on this set. Like, I feel like this is missing a little bit for $30. $30 is a big ask. This, to me, is only worth $20, maybe $25. But it does look cool, and an unadded, not on purpose feature, just the way it was built, is that you can raise or lower, and a sidecar where you could set this up in as displaying a scene of it being chased and going over and catching some wind or something, whatever you want with there. And I think that works really well. But this coming with only 3.5 minifigures for $30, when you can go ahead and get 9 minifigures, granted a bunch of them are droids, in the 75392 battle pack. I think this needed another minifigure, whether it's an extra clone or maybe that Naboo security guard would have been really nice here. But I do want to hear your thoughts. Is this worth $30 to you? Because for me, 25 is pushing it. 20 would be a really good deal, and I don't, it's going to be some time probably before you see it at $25 even on Amazon. All in all, I'm going to give this set a 7 out of 10. Really great minifigures, lamp for extra value, which tells you that LEGO didn't see that it's worth its full value but needs to sell for $30. I think the potential of the set being included with a Republic gunship would have been really cool. I think there was a lot of other ways to get this set into another set for a higher price tag. Do I want sets to always cost a higher price tag? No, but I think that maybe that would have made this set more worth it to include it in a 140 gunship for 150 or 160. But that is all for today, so don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more just like this, and I'll see you in the next video right over there.